Top of the day to you, top of the day. I'm going to give it a few minutes for some folks to get in here. All right, as I say, I'm just giving it a few minutes for some folks to load in. If some folks are going to load in, but after a while, I will get started. Right now, I'm just kind of giving it some time for people to see this is online. And once again, I'm new, y'all. I don't really know how this goes, but yeah, I will get all this figured out, and we'll make it happen. As I say, we just waiting on a couple people to get in. See, we looks like we got somebody in here. I don't know who it is. Say hello so I can know that you're here. Yeah, well, today is just we're gonna discuss some lessons from Texas. Some lessons from Texas. Texas recently went through a few disasters, and the folks found out that they weren't prepared. They weren't prepared. So I'm gonna just be talking about a few items that I got listed on the table. Some cheap, easy items that people can grab and snatch up, so they can actually be prepared in some way with their families. This is just a way for families to be prepared. I hate to use that word prepper because so many people have, a negative mindset when it comes to individuals saying that they're preppers. We'll just say emergency preparedness, emergency disaster preparations. As you can see on the table, there's quite a few items, quite a few things to kind of pay attention to that definitely can help you when there's a disaster. And forgive me for the last live I did. I'm using this Streamlabs and I haven't really figured it out yet. This is my second lives. As I told people in the last one, I'm like riding a bike with some brand new training wheels on. It's wobbly. I got one kind of lopsided a little bit. I'm kind of rocking left and right, and I'm trying to make this happen. My thing behind this is to just try to educate the community, or we can grow and learn together. I don't know everything, but as you see on the table, I do know something, right? I'm not smarter than anybody else, or I'm not trying to be greater than anybody else. I'm just trying to be myself and just trying to be the greatest self that I can be. The potential of greatness lies within us, and every day we should be striving towards our new personal next great level of achievement, right? We should be looking to achieve, conquer, not divide, but bring together individuals of like mind that we can grow and learn from. I see we still got one person in here. I'm not a popular guy. I'm just getting started at this YouTube and live feeds and videos and type of things. So it probably won't be a whole lot of people in here. But if I'm speaking to that one person, I mean, that's all right. And if they come back later and watch it after it's already streamed and they missed it live, that's okay. I mean, it's Sunday evening. I know a lot of people, got some lives going on that they may be subscribed to, and I may be actually doing a live at the same time. Their favorite live streamer is actually doing a live. So I get it. It probably won't be a lot of folks in there, but I think the channel will grow because the things that we're talking about is solid content. These are factual things. I'm not playing on the minds or the paranoia of individuals or the anxiety of people, but people had a lot of anxiety last year when when the Budweiser hit. You know, I don't want to say the C19 word because they liable to ban the stream. But when the Budweiser hit last year, you know, a lot of people did have anxiety, and that's tough. You know, that's tough to go through. You know, your blood pressure goes up, and you know, you kind of can't think straight. You know, you become depressed. You know, you become hyper vigilant. You start responding to things in a hyper sense. You know, anxiety breeds a form of PTSD, right? I mean, you know, something's going on there, some trauma you're thinking about, or you can think yourself into a traumatic mind state. And then your body responds, and this is where your anxiety comes from. Rick, how you doing, my friend? In Fed, Rick in Fed. Now, is that your last name, or are you saying in the Feds, right? Because I agree with that one too. I like that, Rick. I see you responding to the silver videos I put out there, man. It's always a joy to communicate with you, man. But I just now looked at your last name like that, and to see that it says in Fed, man. You know, I never put the two and two together, man. But two and two makes four, man, and it's just me and you, so it's two right now. I don't think nobody else is here. The stream says only one person, so. Yeah, I just wanted to, you know, and this may be a flop for me, right? I mean, I don't even know what, you know, really what I'm doing, man. But if you look at the table, I mean, I know what I'm doing in that aspect. But as far as the technological side of this, I don't know what I'm doing, and I don't really have any talking points. I'm just rambling. This is a ramble sessions for me, you know. But it's so deeply ingrained in me. It's a lot of knowledge in there, you know. A lot of knowledge is inside of me. With the various things that I've been through, learned, and grew to overcome. Challenges are the things in life that we face sometimes that, you know, we need to overcome. Sometimes we run from them. You know, sometimes we duck them. We hide from them. You know, but that just makes us weak. You know, it just makes us weak, man. It's just weak. I mean, we need to be strong. You know, challenges are what creates the beast in us. You know, either you're gonna be a sheep and be led by the matrix, you know, and be in the matrix, connected to the matrix, or you're gonna be a beast. You know, like Marshawn Lynch on the Seahawks. You know, he was with the Seahawks. I think he's with Oakland now, but you know, the beast, man. Where's the beast in you? We got to be able to make it through these things. Like I said, that C19 or that Budweiser, whatever you want to call it, last year came in and got people anxiety punch drunk. And they, you know, they didn't know what to do. They ran in the store and grabbed a lot of toilet paper. You know, I can't get past that. Like, how much shit? How much? I'm gonna try to keep it friendly. You know, I'm gonna try to keep it kid friendly. I know some folks got some kids watching, but you know, during the C19 pandemic last year, they ran in the store. You know, it's just I can't get past it, man. They ran in the store and grabbed all the toilet paper. Like, was you gonna have a shit fest? Like, what did you think? Was you guys gonna have a shit barbecue? Excuse my language. I'm sorry. I curse y'all. Hey, Patriot Allen. Good to see you as well, my friend. Good to see you as well. And I hope the kids, if they're watching, I know you guys might hear something like, you know, shit, the word like that in your household sometimes, and I hope it don't make you cringe and run and say this guy's a bad guy. This guy talking Big Mike's not a bad guy. This is I'm a good guy. I'm a good guy. But you know, my language gets a little tasty every now and then, a little saucy, a little too sporty with my tongue there, just a little bit. But people of all things went and bought toilet paper, though. Toilet paper. I mean, what is in the mind of people where they think to be prepared, like disaster, like type of thing, you know? I guess they thought they would just be in the house forever and just need to stock up on toilet paper, you know, I guess. So, yeah, let me see. It says the second wave of C19 is going to make the financially weak. Exactly. Those who are paid Put the income in the hard assets will benefit and grow strong. Exactly, Patriot. Exactly. And as you see off to the left, that's why I got a little small pack of silver over there. Something real easy. I think it's about 80 ounces right there. Something real easy you can just grab and throw in your grab bag, and move on. He said, unfortunately, my kids have heard worse. And we all have. I mean, a lot of people think, those that believe in God are Christians or some sort of space angels. Their tongues don't say these words, and therapists. It's funny when I first had got my master's in forensic psychology. Going through school, I always thought mental health therapists or people in that realm have everything together. You know what I mean? Like their lives are just perfect. They know how to solve everything. And unfortunately, I think I was getting my bachelor's degree, and I was in school and I couldn't figure something out. And Dr. Patel, I remember this doctor. He was teaching all the psychology classes at that time, and Dr. P. I used to call him Dr. P. Styles. And he said, Mike, the best counselors are those who done the work themselves. The best counselors are those who done the work themselves. And I had to stop and think about that. And I said, well, damn, I must be a hell of a counselor. I done been through prison, 2 tours in prison. Grew up in LA with gangs and drive-bys, and we had drive-by drills in school and being shot at and all this types of stuff going on, kidnapping, and they was kidnapping people for cars and dragging them down the street. LA was a different universe. When I got to Washington, it was easy breezy. But yeah, I've been through so much. I'm able to help people. I'm able to lean into that can of negativity and turn it into positive solutions for folks who need brief interventions in their life when they get stuck, right? And so that's the same thing like building businesses. You got to know what the solution is that the people need. Let me see. It says Silver Predator. Hey, what's going on, Mr. Silver Predator Casting? Another live banger. I'm out riding with my homies. Just wanted to stop in real quick. Y'all have an awesome night. You too, sir. I salute you. Thank you very much for the quick, brief stop in. At least you stopped in. I really appreciate that. I figure, after some time, maybe a year or two, I'll have a nice collection of folks that kind of believe and think on the same way that I do. And it's not all about silver. A lot of people just want to oodle and pull up one coin and like, oh, this coin was made in 1986 and blah, blah, blah. And, okay, yeah, that's cool. But look at the table, y'all. Look at the table. We got to be prepared. And I'm going to go through some of these items so you can understand what it is that's here, that we have on the table, But I just kind of started this conversation with, lessons from Texas, man. Lessons from Texas. You guys remember what they just went through? I mean, I'm in Washington State. We didn't really go through nothing. But do you guys remember what Texas just went through? Like, I mean, they lost their power, and they have those, a lot of them have those heaters. What are they like? Anybody out there in Texas? What's the name of those heater systems you guys have where they have to be connected to the air conditioner? If you know what I'm talking about, leave it in the comment for me, please. Drinking some of that nice cold water, y'all. Yeah, if you know what I'm talking about, leave it in the comment. If not, sump pump. That's what it is. Sump pump, I think that's what it's called. Anyway, they didn't have no heat. I mean, no electricity. The sump pumps wouldn't work. It was connected to the air conditioner system, your AC unit on the outside of your house. So their heat was regulated through that. And then it froze. So when the air conditioning lines system froze on the outside of the house, they didn't have no heat. So people was taking mattresses and putting them in the middle of the rooms and throwing blankets all on them in one big pile, and everybody was just kind of piling up underneath it. They didn't have no heat. They didn't have no water. Some people froze to death. Oh man, it was a drastic situation. So this video is about just lessons from Texas. Lessons from Texas. The state, Ask Ive. Oh, there we go. We got a top solar scholar in the building. Everybody give Ask Ive some flavor right there. Give him some flavor. Ask Ive, welcome to the show, my friend. Welcome to the show, man. I really appreciate you being here, man. We talking about lessons from Texas, man. Some folks went through some stuff in Texas, man, and they just weren't ready, man. You stay ready, you ain't got to get ready, and those folks were not ready. Those folks just weren't ready. I tell people, I used to play with this Cuban guy, man. He was a big money guy, big old baller. He wasn't the hookup. He was the connect. That type of thing. He was a big guy up there in the money world. And we used to sit down and play chess. He used to be like, "Man, you're not ready. You're not ready. You're not ready." And I would beat the brakes off of it. Because I was prepared. I used to read books in prison in the law library, and in the library. You get intelligent by exercising your brain, right? Stretch. This. I hope that right. The ice storm in Texas proves green energy is come on, man. Come on. There we go. LJ Silver, austere privateer. Well, I sure appreciate you and salute. I salute you, my friend, for stepping in here and chiming in on some of this. And like I say, I don't have a big following. I'm not looking for a following. I'm just looking for like-minded folks to come in and we just talking over a couple years. I built up a nice connection of folks. We can send stuff back and forth in the mail and look out for each other. You may need this or may need that, and somebody got some extra this and some extra that. I just want to build a community. You know what I mean? Everybody in here is not going to be, I'm not saying everybody in here right now, but everybody here is not going to be our friends. You know what I'm saying? We going to get some trolls eventually. And that's where it is. Ask God if I need that solar renewable. Wasn't a big, it was, right? Okay. But yeah, the lessons from Texas, man. They had no power, so they had no lights, no heat, no hot water. You know what I'm saying? To where if you would have just had this Blue Eddy over here, AC 200p, you'd have been able to run you a little heater. You'd have been able to run you one of those electric tea kettles, electric water heater, boil you some water and take you a bird bath. Wash some of them little nasties, the little nasty areas. You know what I mean? Under nuts, butts, and pits. That's you got to wash some nuts, butts, and pits, man. Them private areas, man. You got to get the dust, shake the dust off them joints, and you can't do that if you don't got no power. Folks were, talking to some folks from Texas. They was talking about how, they had ran out of food. They were home. They ran out of food. They went to the grocery store. Only one of the grocery stores in the area had some power, and they were running on a generator. And then the generator burned out. They had been running the generator so long. The generator burnt. Right, heated blanket and a heating pads. I mean, even a heating pad work. LJ says our grid was stable, then went green, the windmills froze, the solar panels buried in the snow. I'm still repairing businesses here that pipes froze and flooded the buildings. All right then, come on, man. Somebody know what I'm talking about out there. Somebody knows what I'm talking about out there. And so it's a trip how people just are not ready, man. We talking about canned foods. You guys see the canned food, that canned chicken. Their Patriot said, I got a job in Tennessee prison right after college. Large number of inmates were people I grew up with. It was like the old home week. Only by the grace of God and the choices, I did not wear the orange. Right, man. I mean, and see, it was the opposite for me, man. Everybody that I grew up with on the block was either dead or was in prison. Prison where I grew up was a rites of passage. And then when you got there, you there, it's like a family reunion. You know everybody, and I would have to say, out of probably, on my main block, I grew up in South Central Los Angeles, man. It was one or two people out of like the hundreds that I knew that just went to the military, like, and they made it. Like, those were the only people. Everybody else went to prison or died. Like, it's like, how do you do that? I didn't have the fortitude or the resilience to be able to do that. I thought, solving everything was with a pistol, or with fighting, because that's what we were taught. So it's the social learn theory, is what it was that was happening in L.A. when the disaster of crack cocaine hit through the Iran-Contra scandal, through Ronald Reagan's and Oliver North's under-the-table funding guns to two sides of a war. They just wanted to prop up whoever would win on the other side, but they funded through crack cocaine and cocaine money through the inner cities of South Central Los Angeles. And I had to live through that. But that gave me the resilience to be able to know how to snap back and utilize those skills to help people in the future, which is why I became a mental health therapist, a business, helping people put businesses together and that type of thing, so I can give back on the whole. The generators at the stores burned out. People weren't able to go to the grocery stores and get anything, right? So then what do, right? So I'm going to step off from right here. I want to show you guys a couple things that people need, right? And so here we have, hold on, let me get over here. Here we have a, this right here turns into a saw. I don't know if I can get it open, right? So this turns into a saw, right? You can saw down some trees if you need to, right? But then also, it can turn to an axe, right? This is some of the things that we need, man, when you gotta survive, right? But then not only is it an axe and a saw, it's also a shovel, right? So you need things like this, right, to be able to survive. You need this stuff for survival, man. This stuff is important. Some of this stuff is important, man. This knife right here. When you look at this knife, this is $5 at Harbor Freight Tools, right? This knife is $5. Nice sharp knife, right? Has these little saw edges on the end. But not only that, when you look at this is a $5 Harbor Freight Tools knife. It has a compass in it, right? So you can find your way. But not only that, it has a bag on the inside with resources. You got some dry matches, you got a needle and thread, you got some sewing material, you got some fishing wire, right, and a hook, so you can go fishing, right? So this kind of has its own survival kit in it. This is important. $5 right here when you out in the middle of nowhere, man. You got a fishing kit, you got a sewing kit, you got some matches, to help you stay warm at night. Things like that are important. I guess they didn't have it in Texas. A couple people didn't have stuff like that, right? And you're talking about communications. Here's a little ham radio that you can use to talk off the satellites and the repeater towers. How you charge it? You charge it with the Blue Eddy, right? You charge it with the Blue Eddy, right? Toilet paper. People was talking about they were out of toilet paper. Well, look at this here. This is 100 pieces of compressed toilet paper peels, right? You dip it in some water, and it stretches out to like 10 sheets of toilet paper. I had this when I had my RV. I had a 98 Tioga, 25 foot. Was it 25 foot, 27 foot? Something. I think it was a 25 foot RV. Real nice, man. We sold that to somebody because I wanted a different one, and I still get one. But yeah, some of these things are things that we need. Stuff like this. Somebody hit us with a bomb or something, you need to get underground. You can put the Tyvek suit on. You got your little mask. You got the mask with the filters in it, the eye protection, right? And silver. I mean, you guys know me and the silver. You need this. I was watching somebody's video earlier today. They was like, people with silver, you can't eat that. Yeah, but I can buy something though. Because these people that got that only have the tuna or the chicken, they want to get something from somebody else, but they got some chicken and they don't have nothing else to give. Well, now you have nothing to barter with because this is all you got is the food. Well, what if they need water, or what if they need something else? Well, then you can actually buy it with this. So, and the comms. Hold on one second. So this is another ham radio. People talking about, well, how can you protect everything if an EMP and all that type of stuff? I don't know if an EMP gonna hit, but if China does hit us with one, I want to be able to still communicate to my people. So what I did here, one second, and now you got a Faraday cage. This is something real easy that people can do. Just line it with some foil. It ain't hard. You know what I'm saying? This is not hard to do. At least you know you and your loved ones are going to be able to communicate to each other when SHTF, right? SHTF and everything goes bad, or they do have a solar flare, or, I don't know, that's a natural disaster, but let's say they do have one, and a lot of people say, oh, I'm not going to get into that, that's too deep. Well, you stay shallow, my friend. You may be able to do everything else, but, this would be one area you're lacking in, and I'm trying to not lack in no area. So me and my son both have one of these. I told my mom and them to get one. They don't want to get one. They think, people like this are nuts. You know what I'm saying? But when cell phone towers and everything else stop working, this is going to work off the frequencies in the air, right? This is going to work. This is going to work off frequencies. Your cell phones aren't going to do that. Just something I wanted to share. Keep you some flares. Look at this. This is just a little box with everything you need all in one in it. These knives, these aqua tabs in case the water goes bad. I think it's like 40 or 50 of them in here. You got some aqua tabs to put in the water to make your water safe to drink. So yeah, don't forget this little system right here with the saw, the axe, the shovel. You'll need this. If you're trying to get warm, you could dig a hole in the dirt and get warm. The food here, let me see. The food, the 30-day food preparations, but then me and my son, we made this one. You got oatmeal. This is some just add water stuff. You got oatmeal. You got the basmati rice, right? Bags and bags. We got bags and bags stacked in here. And, this is just some of the ways that we think that we need to be prepared, right? Let me see, $5 a great deal for that night. Right. And the holes in the tank can help, right. Whoops, meant to say the holes in the tank were able to make it a spear for the Exactly. And this is what it takes, man. A lot of folks just aren't prepared for the things that are going to happen. They think these things won't happen. It's like you driving down the street and you get a flat and you didn't expect it. It's you never know I'm gonna get a flat unless you're riding down the street and that you have a hole in your tire, or you riding around on some may pops, some tires that may pop at any time. And then you're going to need a tire, right? But most of us driving down the street don't realize we're going to have a flat tire until we have a flat tire. And then you need your jack. So, yeah, I'm just here. I'm just talking. I'm just trying to gather like-minded folks. He says, LJ says, I prep stack goods to barter with 2 liquor, batteries, flashlights, ammo. I don't have bang tools for rubbing alcohol together. Man, you're a guy of like mind. You're a guy of like mind. Now, this is what I bought recently here, y'all. I'm going to show y'all this. I had my son put it together earlier, but we've done nothing with it yet. You pour the water, the salt water, or whatever type of water that's impure, or, this is to distill alcohol, but you can use this for cleaning salt water, right? You pour the water in the big pot, the salt water in the big pot. You boil it and it steams up and it goes over into the smaller pot, right? The smaller pot then still it turns it into steam and evaporation. It comes through here and it goes through there. Cool water is in this pot, and then it comes out as clear liquid. This was like $69 on Amazon. It's the I think it's the three gallon pot. So yeah, it's the 3 gallon pot. So you can put 3 gallons in there at a time. This, y'all might not know what this is. This is something that you put on the bottom of your feet. You know, if you're in the hill country, you know, so this is the front. So you put your foot in it like this, and you put this piece over the back of your shoe. So your shoe goes in it. It's like a shoe cover. But this part, you know, you're able to walk in the snow. You're able to walk through the woods, through the slippery mountainside, climbing hills. Just something that you can, yeah, the distiller can save your life, you know, because you can produce the alcohol. You can have the clean water. You know, if you don't have the aqua tabs right here, you can use the distiller. We just got to be able to purify and clean your water. And that's what happens. And then, you know, people talking about precious metals and gold and silver and copper and stuff like that is no good. Well, you tell me I can't break a piece off of this and give it to somebody for some bread. Come on, man. I mean, what are you talking about? Some people just don't believe in precious metals. I mean, it's crazy, man, how people don't believe in precious metals, man. But those of us that are stackers, we believe in everything. You know, we believe in all of it, right? It's like we're a different breed. You have some people who, I watched a guy earlier, and he just is so hard against precious metals. And I'm like, well, what did metals ever do to him, right? I mean, he realized everything that he's buying on his show, he's buying with money. And if he don't realize that money one day is worthless, that's sad. Hold on, let me go grab some worthless money for you. That goes some worthless money for you. You see that worthless money? that money's worthless, man. That money one time used to be like American money, man. They said this distiller kid looks like a hooch maker, and the boys in Brushy Mountain used to make. Them boys were satisfied with fruit, eat sugar, and good vibes. Exactly, man. It is a hooch maker. That's exactly what it is. That's what it's for. I mean, so right here it says the wine comes out of this one. This is the last piece, right? You know, it says the water out, water in, all of it, man. Cooling pot. So this is where the wine This is where the wine comes out. So yeah, the distiller is a hooch maker. That's exactly what it's for. Yeah, the fiat is backed. The fiat is backed with nothing, zero. You can go get a cup of nothing and a bowl of air. For that money right there, man. Now, that's the toilet paper. They should have been stacking on that when they was going to the store during the pandemic, buying toilet paper. That's what they should have been getting. You know, it'd been a little cheaper probably to buy some of that. You know what I mean? Yeah, so once again, you know, we're just here like trying to find out, you know, who's plugged into the matrix, who's not. Are you a beast or are you a sheep? Are you allowing our government, your community, your church members, the people you're around? You know, and it's funny because we talk about different religions and church and different things like that. And a lot of people in the church, you know, say that they believe in God, but they don't believe in Noah. Like, well, Noah was a prepper. Noah was a prepper. The Hebrews were preppers. They saved all the food in the storehouse. So when something happened, they'd be able to go to the storehouse and get some food in case they had a bad year in their farming. Noah built the ark, you know, for 100 years. Only 8 people were saved because everybody else told him he was crazy. The same thing with us, y'all. We're going to be stacking all this stuff and being prepared. People going to say we crazy. And as soon as something happened, they're going to come to your house because I got the power. It's getting kind of hectic. It's getting kind of hectic. It's getting kind of hectic. They are not going to be ready. They are not going to be ready. I repeat, they are not going to be ready. They'll be in FEMA camps, letting the government take care of them. If you look at all the people that are on, and this is by no way, wanting to talk about people who have lost their jobs and ended up on unemployment, right? Because they were working and lost their jobs. But people now can go back to work, and they're like, the hell with that. They're not even paying me enough FEDIA to even to go back to work. Right. The spare tire is a way to prepare. Exactly. So people don't even want to go to work, right? They'd rather just sit at home and collect that check. That check is worth more than it was if they was going to work. So that's what tells you that, we becoming a real lazy country. We're becoming a real lazy country. But the thing is, they don't understand that the country is going bankrupt. The country is going bankrupt. So when you look at the Roman Empire, even the Babylonian Empire, you start looking at the societies of antiquity, about 100 or so years after, their money's coinage loses precious metals in it, like ours. Ours stopped in 64 at the highest percent, and then 69, 70 for that 40%. And then after that, you started losing everything. And now, there's no silver at all, no precious metal at all in any of the money. You know what I'm saying? There's no precious metals at all in any of the money. You may get a specialty item coming out of the U.S. Mint or something like that that has, a silver and a quarter, 90% quarter or something like that. Well, shit, it costs $35 to get it. And so there's nothing special about that. But the thing that I'm talking about is that when an economy has just exacerbated all of its resources, it's milking the earth, the coal, the gas, it's draining the earth of its resources, right? And now we're starting to see this country is broke. They printing up money out of thin air, That tells you it's worthless. It has nothing to back it up. But those of us that have silver, precious metals, and copper, people say copper is not a precious metal. I say prove it. Prove copper is not a precious metal. You look at Detroit, you look at St. Louis, you look at these places where as soon as the economy goes bad, the first thing people do is break into houses and steal the copper pipes. Why? Because it's precious. It's going to put food on their table tonight. They're going to be able to sell it and get some other cash immediately and expediently. So to me, copper is a precious metal. It may not be technically labeled as a precious metal, but that it is. You just ask them hungry families. Precious metals will save your life. Ought to be someone that'll take silver and gold, copper, brass, and lead will always have a use. Exactly, LJ. Exactly. Shout out to LJ, man. That's what I'm talking about. So we do have some people that believe in these things and that understand that prepping is the way to go. Sometimes, most times, but some people will realize that it is sometimes. And I just pray that they wake up out of their sleep. And they stop, they resist being a sheep, because when you're a sheep, you will end up in a FEMA camp. I was watching a video earlier, and the guy was saying, it was funny how he did it. He was saying, my body, my choice. And he was kind of talking about the women, but he was actually talking about why people are not talking about that no more, because now they want to force the vaccine on everybody. And the vaccine's not good. Like my son, one of the vaccines, I think it's the Moderna. It's the one that was studied the most. It was out about 6 to 8 years before this C-19 happened, because it was out for a different version of it about a decade earlier. So they just added some spikes to it and that type of thing. But it causes, I think I forgot the name of it, myelomia or something like that, where it causes the heart to misfire and people can have a heart attack. And then the other one caused blood clots, and none of them are FDA approved. None of the vaccines are FDA approved as of right now. And I'm not trying to make anybody feel any kind of way. Any of you guys that got the vaccine, I say, man, blessings to you. I hope it really just works. But there's no way to tell until 5 or 10 years pass. You guys see those commercials where it says, has your loved one taken this medication to help stop them from cancer? But then they experienced, suicidal thoughts and killed themselves, ran head on into a traffic. Well, what the hell did you take the medicine for? The one thing for if it's gonna kill you for another thing. Like, what the hell option is that? Like, how do you weigh that option out, right? But we don't know what these vaccines are gonna do. People recently hospitalized. Yeah, right. I had a friend at work. He was vaccinated. His wife wasn't. Now, this is a true story, y'all. Friend at work, vaccinated. They wanted to force the whole company to get vaccinated. I said, well, I'm walking. I got enough silver and shit. I can walk. I don't have to. I don't. Yeah, right. Myocardia. Yes, Patriot. Yes. Friend of mine vaccinated. Playing basketball. He was down in Seattle at some sort of basketball festival. Send me some pictures. I'm like, man, nobody's got a mask on, right? You guys are all hugged up, taking pictures and that type of thing after sweating and hot sweaty bodies. Now you guys are hugging each other, holding a trophy, sweaty sweat dripping off your forehead. Now, he come home sick. He's sick. He got about, 3, 4, 5 little kids or something like that. And the wife ain't vaccinated, but my friend is vaccinated. So he think if he playing basketball, he's safe. He can't get it and bring it back to his family. Man, look here. He was sicker than the wife. The wife wasn't vaccinated and he was vaccinated. He was sicker than the wife. Man, that's crazy. How do you get vaccinated and get the disease, get the flu or whatever this thing is, the Budweiser. You get it and, oh my gosh, man, it's crazy. The person who ain't vaccinated gets it as well, but they're doing better than you. Our immune systems are meant to do what they're supposed to do, man. We're not supposed to be injecting all this stuff inside of our body, man. It's crazy, man. It is crazy. But, like I said, I'm not trying to, that's a heated topic. I don't want to get into that heated topic. But for myself, I'm not taking it at least until the second generation. Every car that comes out is the first generation. It ain't good until they make the ones in the middle of the year, until they find out what the recalls were from the first one, right? I mean, this is common sense. It only makes sense, right? Any medications, the second generation is always the best generation, or third or fourth or fifth generation of medications always become the better medications. That's what I'm waiting on. If I am going to take it, that's what I'm waiting on. Outside of that, I'm just being safe. I'm taking universal precautions, man, with anything and everybody. And I'm just trying to make sure that me and my family is safe. He says I'm not taking it until the FDA clears it and we're allowed to sue the pharmacy companies that make it if something goes wrong. Now, that's another thing. How do you make something that potentially can kill somebody and then you say, hey, if it kills you, I need you to not be able to come back and sue me. I just killed you because we're pretty much testing this medications on you to see if it's going to help everybody. And then the people with the medications, the vaccines are still getting the COVID. Like, it's nuts. Excuse me. Oops, I didn't mean to say that. They won't tell you what's in the vax. Not for me. There's tons of remedies for virus. Exactly, man. Some garlic, some basil, some bay leaves, some all that good stuff, man. The good stuff that the Lord makes, man. The stuff that comes out the ground is what I need, man. I don't need you to piss in a cup and put it in a vial and put Listerine in it and tell me to inject it in my arm or whatever the hell y'all doing with it. I don't need none of that, man. You might as well go inhale some duster that you spray in your keyboards or something, man. There's a food born every minute, but I won't be one of them. That's for sure. Technology, let's just kind of veer the conversation towards the technology. I remember when the first iPad came out, man, I was in line for that. That joint was the hit. I had to have that. I was running a lawn care service and a tow service at the same time while I was going back to school, raising my son, man, the whole 9 yards, man. Get the iPad, like, yeah, it's going to be able to work for the business. It's going to be able to work for me going to school, writing these papers at night. It got Word. It got all these things. I go stand in line, man. I think it was like $690 or something, like $700 something bucks with tax, man. Maybe $1,000. I can't remember. For the first version of the iPad. Man, that joint didn't have nothing I needed for it to work until the second one came out. The second version or whatever the hell it was. Then all of a sudden it worked. But these vaccinations, these medicines are the same thing, man. You always got those commercials out there. So if you take the vaccine or you took the vaccine, man, I pray and wish you the best. I hope that you and your family are blessed through that, and that you're not one of the people that it affects in a negative way. But I still would mask up if I'm around people, if I was you guys. But I just wait for my personal own choice. I would, it's my, like I started, my body, my choice. That's what they allow the women to say about these babies, you know, having abortions. And well, my abortion is not wanting to have this medications, man. You know, my body, my choice. They let people just say, hey, I'm now identify as a woman. I want to be able to go in the bathroom with your little kids and whip out my joint in front of your little daughter because I identify as a girl. Okay, yeah, no. Then you better let me not take this vaccine. If you letting grown ass men go in the bathroom with your daughter and he's whipping out his area, you know, dripping piss in the urinal or in the pot in front of little girls, man, I know damn well I got the right to not take a vaccine. Well, hey Rick, I appreciate you, man. He says I identify as vaccinated. Rick, I salute you. I salute you, Rick, on that one. He said, I identify as vaccinated. Right. And so now I got to ask for papers like we're in Germany, like we're in freaking Russia or somewhere, or something like this is Hitler. He said, Rick, hold on, man. You're killing me, man. You're killing me twice, man. You're killing me twice, man. That is a good one, man. Wait, I was telling somebody at work, I'm a light-skinned black man, right? Puerto Rican and black. I'm a light-skinned black man. Raised with the black family, man. Family slave history, all that type of stuff. Both sides. Even the Puerto Rican side was enslaved in 1492, black 1619, right? So both sides was enslaved. And, we ain't got no money, man. I'm the first one with a master's degree. So we ain't got no money, man. We broke as a joke, man. Money's funny and change is strange, man. My pockets is touching. All I can give you is a Lent sandwich for dinner, right? And I told my friend one day, I said, man, I identify as a rich white man. You know what I'm saying? Can I just go in the bank and identify as a rich white man and just get a tons of money stuffed in my pockets? Like, how do you do this, man? How do you identify as something you're not, man? Oh, man, it's crazy, man. This is crazy. This world is nuts, man. This world is going, nowhere fast, man. The world is going nowhere fast, you guys. Quick little topic I want to jump into is that these ham radios. You guys have any put down in the comments any way that you have to communicate with your family? If SHTF, how are you gonna communicate with your family if the comms go down and the antennas and all that stuff go down? How you gonna identify as vaccinated? How you gonna communicate? Good one, Rick. How you gonna communicate with your family? Leave something in the comment down here. Let me see how you gonna communicate with your family. Or have you thought about it? Have you been so busy stacking silver that you haven't thought about, one of the $25 Baofangs that are in the come in the case? Have you thought about that? Okay, now don't everybody answer at once. I know the comments are delayed sometimes when I'm watching other people's lives. Yes, LJ says he has a ham radio. And yeah. Last Christmas. Good job, LJ. Patriot Allen says, I only have walkie-talkies. Communication is weak. Was going to invest in a serious ham radio setup, something that will reach outside the Bay Area. Yeah, and Rick said he had a place to meet. That's perfect. Patriot, like I just showed you guys those ham radios. Those ham radios are only $25. Now, they themselves will not reach out of your local area, right? But if SHTF and the ham radio guys are out there talking, they can pass the message along though, right? So us ham radio folks, right, we're going to get on, and I'm not licensed. I'm just using it for SHTF, right? You can use it as a walkie-talkie as well. So, but you can talk on it when SHTF, right, and it'll be other traffic. Believe me, it's going to be a lot of traffic on it at that point. You'll be able to say, can everybody or whoever's listening, do a fellow brother a favor and pass a message. Say, Elena, will you meet us at our SHTF place? Will you meet us at our meeting place? And then you'll hear them repeat it. And they can relay the messages. Right. Yep, can relay the messages for this. Yes, they can relay the messages. So you don't need anything powerful. You just need a quick little 5-watt, just like that one right there that I opened. And I'm going to go through that one more time. Hold on one second. And so there's your $25 ham radio Baofeng in a little case that's EMP ready. Victoria Elena, I've never seen you before. Hey, how are you, Miss Lady? And do you identify as a female? With Victoria, I'm sorry, we were talking about who we identified as earlier. So a little inside joke for the rest of us. But if you're new here, I welcome you. Thank you very much for stopping by. A new file. Hey, welcome, everybody. Let's welcome Miss Victoria, and she identifies as a female. Ain't that special, right? It's so special nowadays for people to be who they are, right? Thank you, Miss Victoria. Thank you for stopping by. We just kind of talking about lessons that we've learned from Texas. Texas just had a few situations happen to them where the state wasn't ready, the people weren't ready. Like, there were very few people that were ready. A lot of them do a lot of hunting and stuff, so you did have some folks that were ready, but not to the extent that they really needed to be ready. Patriot says there's some diversity up in here. That's right. We got some ladies, some males, some female, some blacks, some whites, some Hispanic. We got a few things in here, man. I really appreciate everybody. But we're talking about preparedness mindset. 1 ounce of silver, and you can pick one of these little ham radios up. And like I say, I think they're 8 watts. So they're only pushing out 8 watts of power. But in a grid down situation, the comms going to be down, phones will be down. There are no phone towers, but these ham radios can skip off of these towers, off these mountains, and we won't need, they're going to operate off frequency as well. So if there's other ham radio individuals in the area, and there'll be a lot of chatter on there. I see you, Rick. I'll get to you in 1 second. They'll be able to relay those messages. If somebody 5 miles away, you say something on, hey, can you pass this message? They're going to need that favor too. Some people still are into burning bridges and doing people wrong and doing people bad. So some people would probably ignore you. But there's some good folks out there like us, man, who will step up and who will pass that message on. It's no skin off our nose. I just wouldn't tell them exactly where you're meeting them, right? You don't expose your hand to everybody, like Joker, you got to know poker. You got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them. You can't tell everybody your business. Let me see. But Texas better prepared now. Exactly. 1 second. Someone, you hand me that phone? Yeah, exactly. And Washington State went through what they called a snowmageddon a few years ago. Now, they always get a little snow up here every year, just a few days or something, and thick sometimes. But, I mean, it came so hard about 3-4 years ago. It shut down everything, and they thought that they were ready. But they were not ready. But they're ready now, and that's what it takes. It takes challenges to help people, get to the place where they need to be. Hold on, give me 1 second. My phone was doing something here, man. I want to make sure it's not gonna disturb us while we here. We just talking about how people aren't prepared. Miss Victoria, you might want to go back and look at this, after it's over or something. But I covered a lot of the things on the table. We talked about this knife here at Harbor Freight Tools for $5 with the. It has a well, okay, 1 second. Patriot. Yeah, so it has a fishing line in it with a hook. You can go fishing with it. You unscrew it. It has a compass. It has dry matches. It has a sewing kit. It has a lot of stuff here in it. And then this back here, this is a shovel, an axe, and here's the blade. It's a saw. It's all that is. It goes on your waist. These are some aqua tabs for your water, masks with filters. If you go through anything, portable toilet paper that rolls up. They're little pills. You hit them with some water and poof, they expand. Talked about food supplies. Here's one me and my son made. I got a few of these. We're going to start making these. Tyvek suit if you need to, mask, some silver. Chains to go on the bottom of your shoes in case you got to walk through stuff. Now, this has first aid in it. This is called the ARC. It's called the Super ARC. It's a personal care kit. It has food, water, blanket, candle, hand warmers, first aid, light sticks, waterproof matches, over 40 personal support items. So the ARC really is some. You guys should check that out. I got about I can't remember. I think about 10 or 15 left. I had a shop in Tacoma. It was called SHG Coins and Prepper Surplus. It's SHG Coins and Prepper Surplus, and we had tons of these little 5-in-1 paracord bracelets that has the knife in it. It has the striker, so you can light a fire, spark a fire, or light a fire, whatever you want to call it. Compass right here, whistle right here, in case somebody's bothering you. And then you can unwrap this cord, and then it stretches. I think it's 15 feet of 550-pound cord that you use to pull out or use to string your tent. That's why they call it 550 paracord. It holds up to 550 pounds. And then we was talking about how useless the American money will become, right? This is Venezuela money. We know what they just went through. This is, I forgot where this place is from. What is this place? I can't remember. Somewhere over there in Ukraine or somewhere, something like that. Yeah, it's in the ARC. I'm sorry, Mr. Patriot. I had forgot about it. It says my 40-watt rig when antenna reaches 35 miles, a good center also is around 150 miles. Yeah. What you got, LJ? You talking about like a CB radio, or are you talking about a ham radio? I need to get ham licensed too, man. But I figure, me and my son, we talk on the walkie-talkie side of it, and they scanners too, man. You can also listen to the emergency stations on what's going on here. 40-watt ham radio. That's right. Yeah. And these radios, here's a different one, right? The Baofeng has a light on it. You can use it as a light if you need to shine something.
Take an extra
Radio.
25% off red and purple tag clear.
One sec. Okay, here we go. Yeah, these are good. I got it on the police channel. It'll chime in when something's going on. But yeah, 40-watt ham radio, man. That's nice. You said it reaches about 35 miles with good signal, but also gets that 150 miles, and that's where it is, man. I mean, being able to just reach people when the comms are down, man. I mean, we take it for granted now, and I used to raise pigeons, man. I used to raise birds, and man, it's so beautiful. I want you guys, man, when you guys get a chance, when we get off of here or however it works, Check out those Birmingham rollers, man. I mean, they're beautiful in the evening, man, to be able to just watch your birds go up and do acrobats. We used to raise them, man, and have hundreds of them, man, in a big old shed, man, and it was terrible when the hawks get them. But the point is, you raising pigeons. That's actually now these aren't the common little pigeons you see walking around. These is fancy birds, fancy breeds of pigeon. But pigeon is some of the cleanest meat out there. People probably like, I would never eat a pigeon. I eat a pigeon before I eat a rat, cat, and a dog. You eat shrimp and crab and lobster, and that's some of the nastiest animals on the planet. Yeah, Victoria, raising pigeons for fun. Yeah, if you get a chance, YouTube or Google Birmingham rollers. Birmingham rollers. Yeah, you raise them. You you in your pen. You let them out, and they fly around. They do acrobats in the air. They do flips. They call them rollers because they start tumbling. They start rolling. Yeah, Mike Tyson has some. That's right. Mike Tyson did have some. And yeah, you keep them in the pen and you let them out, and they have babies. But I mean, pigeons are some of the cleanest animals. It is fun. Yeah, I want some bees. I want some bees too. I do want some bees. Them yellow jackets and that other stuff, yeah, I can do without them. But the bees for the honey, that medicine, I do want to get into that. I was watching a guy earlier, Lead Farmer 73. He raises bees too. Shout out to Lead Farmer. Shout out to Ask Ive too, man. Ask Ive is in here, y'all. You guys, if you guys don't know, Ask Ive Solar. Check him out. He is into the solar game. He's a tech guy. Ask Ive, and correct me if I'm wrong, Ask Ive, but Ask Ive is a tech guy and a solar guy. He's really into the solar generators. I have to ask him. I know a little bit, but I have to go and ask him questions sometimes, man. I figure he'll give me a clearer answer. I can Google some of the messages, some of the answers sometimes, man, but to catch his lives and to go on there and ask him. So if you guys get a chance to catch one of his lives, please don't hesitate to get over there. And if you got any solar questions, check out Ask I. Did you know that ham's easy? Just fold down button, hold the talk. Remember, they say over when you finish talking. Did you know they're the only birds to be breastfed that have milk ducts in their throat? Exactly, they do. Yep, Ask Ivan and Lead Farmer both shouted you out. That's how I found you. Oh, okay. Well, shout out. Well, thank you, Lead Farmer 73 and Ask Ivan. I appreciate you guys. Yeah, solar is good for personal use. He says, I'm a tech IT guy. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, solar is good. I like these Blue Eddies over here, the AC 200Ps. I was looking at the 300s and the 300 Maxes. I was looking at I almost was going to pull the trigger and go on Kickstarter and get that Delta, EcoFlow Delta Pro with the 3,600 watt hours, 3,600 inverter, I think. I can't remember. Ask I might know better than me. I didn't like it for some reason. I think I'm going to stick with the Blue Eddy and just buy one of the extra battery kits for it. But yeah, solar is definitely the way to go. Yeah, the River Max is cool. Maybe doubling them up. Yeah, I got a small little Watt Fun 300 watt. It's pretty cool. I like it. My son uses it for the things he needs it for. But with this Blue Eddy, man, we can run the phone. We can do all that. We can do all that. The Blue Eddy you can put in the back of your truck, your car, all that sorts of stuff. Ask Ive, I did order another 200 watt Richest Solar panel off of Amazon the other day. When I went and looked, they had a few more left in stock, man. The renewed one, they called them, refurbished, with a 3-year warranty on it, man, for I think it was $199 altogether. But I had some $151 of Amazon points saved up. Here, go that police scanner on the ham radio. See these you can get the police.
A message was left for MCOT.
MCOT, that's Mobile Crisis Outreach Team. I know those folks too. But yeah, Patriot check on that. Solar generators are quiet. Want to try? That's right. That's right. That's right. And yeah, ask guy. He being talking about. I know about that. I know about that energy. You know. So what are you saying? A little bit or a lot of it? Because I come over there and listen to you, man, and you know you've taught me some stuff. I fumbled through some things. Canadian Prepper be talking. I watch Canadian Prepper too, man. Canadian Prepper is pretty good. Have you guys checked out Solar Surge at the Sarge? Solar Surge, I think his name is. I told him about you, Ask I, man, and hopefully he would come over and let me see. We talking about him. I'll be like, they're not even out yet, right? They do be and Canadian Prepper is probably one of the guys that they send them to, like they do. Will. Prouse and Hobotech. I've been watching Hobotech and Will Prouse forever. That's how I started making my systems a couple years ago when I first came up with that red mechanic cart portable solar system. And now I made a bigger one. The Energy Flex. I don't know if I know about the Energy Flex. Tell us about that. Ask Guy, what's going on with the Energy Flex? I'm gonna have to check that out. Energy Flex. Yeah, you're gonna make me do some research. Now let me take a note. Let me write that down with my pen, man. And yeah, people, sorry, like I say, I don't know how entertaining this is. I don't know, what this is like for you guys. I want you to have a good experience. But like I say, I'm just a guy who's getting his live stream bike out the Walmart box, putting it together. I just put the training wheels on, and they're kind of sideways, so I'm doing a little wobbling here. But I'm just here for y'all. I watch him. Seems like an interesting guy. They run about 1,400. Let me see. Kickstarter, you have to read everything. Most of them companies haven't dropped it yet. Seems like an interesting guy. I'm just scrolling through the videos. Through the messages, the comments. Excuse me. Yeah. So how is this, you guys? Now I'm just doing a little. I'll be counted as oh, we got Chris in SoCal in the house. Chris, you far from sheep, man. If you don't quit playing, they might not know you, but I think Patriot Allen or a couple of them guys do, man. Who we're in the silver game, but. Yeah, we know you not the sheep, Chris. We know you not the sheep, man. You can cut that out, bro. Chris is funny. Yeah, I got to go. Got to get some share there. Nice, stay safe, be prepared, and stack it deep. Don't kill the central bank. Yep. That's it. We spending money. Yes. Mr. LJ. Shout out to Mr. LJ. I appreciate you for stopping by. But yeah, she said live is just a kicking party. You good? Yeah, I just want to make sure that we on some cool topics that people can vibe with. That's what I'm about. I'm about vibing. I just want to vibe with people. 'Cause ain't nothing cheapest about it. Right? Okay, Mr. Patriot Allen. You know him too. Hold on 1 second. Aaron, did you take that box outside? The lady's here to pick it up. Sorry, y'all. My son taking something out. We did one of those marketplace sales, and somebody's here to pick it up. I think he forgot to take it out. Put it on the bench. Thank you. All right, appreciate it. Where you get the money? There you go. Yeah, you guys. Nothing sheepish about Chris, man. OfferUp is cool, man. OfferUp is cool. Marketplace, you guys. Some of you guys might not know, but I'm moving, man. I'm trying to, the house I was renting. They're selling the house, so I got to I got to move, and that's okay. I mean, you know what I mean. I'm trying to get 20 acres, so I'm refusing. I'm stubborn. I'm one of those folks. I'm refusing to try to buy a house right now. I just I want them. I want them 20 acres, man. I want 20 acres of mule, and I'm looking for some sheep too. Not people's sheep, but them other kind of sheep. So the sheep with some wool. Son, grab me one of these real quick, please, sir. Thank you very much. My son in the background running around here. Nothing like hanging out with like-minded people. Again, great stuff. Yeah, you guys and you're locked and focused on that. Oh yeah, no, for sure. And so I want to go back to this the ham radio. You know, that's a Faraday cage with that foil, and I don't know, everybody might not know what that is, but you just wrap foil in your items, around your items, and then they're protected in case we do have an EMP or a solar flare or something like that. And that's where it's at. And once again, I just wanted to everybody grab one of these. Grab one of these right here. These Swiss Army knives. Like, you can get these like $7 at a thrift store, man. Yeah, like $30-$40 in the stores. You got corkscrews, you got screwdrivers, knives, can openers on both end, scissors, a knife, 2 different types of saws. This is a utility piece. This piece right here is fantastic. Make sure you grab one of those. Get you some aqua tabs. Try to be out. If I had more time, all about off rub. I keep my stuff that other people could use. It really helpful. Nice. I just never put it together. Yeah, you're right, Mr. Rick. A microwave oven is also a Faraday cage. You are 100% correct, my friend. And a lot of this stuff is not hard. You know, you can get the Tyvek suits, like that white one over there in the background, at Fred Meyer's for, you know, $7.99, man. You know, those are gonna act as a nuclear biological suit too. You know what I mean? Just get underground. You know what I'm saying? Dig you a hole. Take this little belt clip tool here and with the shovel and axe on it. Dig you a hole. Put that suit on over there and get underground and take your comms, right? Put this in there. You good? Get you some water. I mean, come on, man. You guys are the sharp ones here. No sheep here. No bad. No bass. No bass. So I mean, so how's your day? I mean, is any of this making sense for everybody? Is this, and you know, have I said anything that's, you know, made people, you know, open their eyes? Is there anything that you didn't think of, you know, before we started having this conversation? You know, some of us are preppers, some of us are stackers. So the stacker community, I know that you guys are already kind of getting your games together, different areas and angles of the game. The stacking game, and some of us don't believe in all these different things, right? I know some channels are like, yeah, we're not going to start talking about prepping and all that stuff. And let me see, Chris, I wonder what affects how well emotional travels affect everything from terrain to weather. If it happened, I'm a science-loving nerd. I bought my brother a Camry first aid kit at a grocery outlet. Grocery store here in County. It was like $10 or less than that for the first day. Swiss Army stuff. Yes. Uh-oh. Snake bite. In the mix just for medicinal purposes. Adjacent. Oh, so far removed. Right. Just barely, right? Chris, now you gonna make me go back up in the emotional travels. Yeah, I was like, oh, wait, hold on, what? I don't know, man. Maybe he's talking about going in outer space with his prepping. I don't know what. You see, I didn't really comment on that one. I didn't know what to say about the emotional travel, you know. But they do some of that in the chakras, and you know, they do some of that mind traveling, man, out of your body experiences. I didn't know if you was you know, I forgot what do they call that? Where you travel outside your body, when you're dealing with the chakras and that type of stuff. How you can go into other people's mind in their dreams, and you know, I'm not gonna knock nobody who does that, but I didn't even notice autocorrect changed it. Right. I like the Briar app. On Android works with Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. What's the Briar app? You gonna make me go look. Astro traveling. Yes, Victoria. You know about that astro traveling. Once you start going down the preparation road, there's no stop sign. Come on, Rick. You getting a little too deep for us, man. You dragging us out to the deep end. Well, yeah, and that's what it's supposed to be about, right? I mean, if you know you got a leak in your oil line, or if the filter's leaking, I mean, you're gonna carry a can of oil in the back of the car. You're not gonna just stop driving the car because it got a leak, right? You're gonna carry one of them. When I was young, I had a '78 Cutlass with beats in it, man, and it was painted nice and nice wheels and that joint leaked more oil than a little bit. I kept oil in the back of the trunk to make sure that I can keep rolling, oil or not. I mean, astral projection. My bad. It's same thing. Astral traveling. Yeah, no, it's astral projection. Yeah, it is the same thing. Yeah, out of body experience, Mr. Patriot Allen. It's in when you start studying astral travel, chakras, the alignment of your spirit, your soul, your third eye, and all those type of things, and rocks and all that. They talk about how you can will your mind into somebody else's. Hold on, Chris. I'm gonna get to that in a minute. How you start, willing your mind to go into others and leave and look at your body, and laying down as it's sleeping. You can get out of your body and look at your body and all that type of stuff. I'm not gonna go into that. It's just, what I mean. Some people believe in that. Some people don't. Some people have actually experienced it. And some people haven't, and so I don't know, but I know that I work in a field where I'm a clinical supervisor. I help develop a 32-bed substance abuse and serious mental illness inpatient facility for an organization. Put the Washington Administrative Codes, the laws, the policies, the procedures, the program, put everything together for this organization. And the individuals that we deal with experience out of their body travel all the time. They experience different people talking to them. They're psychotic, so, and then there's that garden variety folks who kind of go through some stuff here and there. But yeah, some people try to do that on purpose, try to have out-of-body experience. My thing would be, what if I get stuck out of my body? Like, what do you do then? Yeah, so lessons from Texas: no power, no lights, no heat, no hot water. They went to the stores. The generators at the grocery stores had already burnt out. Yeah, Chris, it is a good area to work in. But my master's is in forensic psychology. I got a bachelor's degree in social sciences with more of a focus on human services, psychology, sociology, the ologies, that type of thing, the social sciences. I got a bachelor minor in business administration, organizational development. Information technology, business administration, organizational development. It's called ITAM, IT and administrative management. So I more like to put businesses together for people, structures, bylaws, articles of incorporation, all that side. So I got a business side of me, and then the forensic side is the law side, and then the psychology side is, the mental health, the substance abuse, and all the rest of that good stuff. But yeah, it's definitely interesting. What's your favorite item on the table in your kit? Well, I'm gonna have to say probably the silver, because a lot of people don't understand that the silver is the item that's going to be able to get you all the other things when things break down. The food, let's say I take away the 2 food barrels right there. I can go eat dandelions. I can eat weeds. The weeds grow year round. There's so much food outside in the grass. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, I got deer. Be having deer walking through the yard, and that's all they eating is leaves and grass. And if we can eat them, and they just find and they give us enough nutrients from just eating grass, why would I need to eat anything else? So when it comes down to food, yeah, my SHIT would be green, but at the same time, when you walk outside and you look at those patches of dandelions and weeds that people just can't get out their garden, man, that is food. So yeah, food is always there. People will say food and water, but then if you eat the food, you're getting liquid from the food. So you may be partially dehydrated after a while, but there's water in the grass. There's juices in the grass. There's fluids in the grass. There's nutrients in flowers. Like, just don't eat no foxgloves, but there's everything you need if you walk in your backyard and you got grass. So as far as wanting food, if I had to pick one thing, I knew food would always be there, right? Plus I got tons and tons and tons of seeds of wheatgrass, and I literally probably have 10 or 20,000 seeds. Seriously. So yeah, if somebody's gonna have something they want to get rid of, like what's that Mad Max. We look at Mad Max, or what's that show with Denzel Washington in it? He's got the Bible. Somebody was talking about that earlier. I think Lev Farmer was talking about that movie. But he's the guy walking around trying to protect the Bible and how everybody's buying. Man, yeah, you definitely need silver to be able to get everything. The Book of Eli. Yeah. That's what Lev Farmer was talking about earlier, right? So he couldn't even get, you got to go in and trade something for something sometimes, So even let's say the ham radio. You could trade the ham radio for some food. You can trade that bag of them little rolls of toilet paper in there that expand for some food, right? You can trade that for that. You could trade this 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 for that. And you could trade this for all of it. So it's all interchangeably equal. However, this holds more value. And then this is worldwide, like the rest of this stuff is worldwide. If I had $1,000 American bill and I tried to go to another country, so like this, you could have $1 million. This came from Venezuela, right? So you go to Venezuela and you got this money. Okay, let's say it's worth something. But then you go to America, you get on the boat, you get to America. This is garbage. What do you got that for? That ain't nothing. This, you can go anywhere on the planet. Patriot says, I'm lucky I have a fig, pomegranate, peach, lemons. There we go. 2 types of cherry creams and a grapevine. Yeah, you set, man. There you go. I just bought. It's funny. I'm packing, got boxes everywhere. It's time for me to, I'm moving at the end of the month. My neighbor, she said, I thought you were moving. Well, I am moving. She's like, well, I was wondering, why does he have 2 apple trees he just brought back from well, I bought apple trees on them because I'm taking them with me. Wherever they go, I'm taking my apple trees with me. I couldn't pass it up. I was at Home Depot, and they had a 50% sale. And the apple trees had little bunches of apples on them. They some little apple trees about 7 feet tall in black containers, but they had bunches and bunches of apples. Each tree had about 10 to 15 apples on it. And they were 50% off. They were $25 a tree. So for $50, I bought home 2 apple trees. That's gonna last me forever. Well, hell yeah, I'm moving. But hell yeah, I bought the apple trees. Like, what are you talking about? I got blueberry trees in 5-gallon buckets. I got tomatoes. I got strawberries. I got all that stuff in buckets that I could pick up and just take with me. Christian SoCal says, I'm going to hoard all the whole survival books. When the EMP hits, I'll trade them to people. Hold on, wait, my thing is moving up. I'll trade them to people for their supplies. No internet in half the population. They'll be clueless. We're running out of storage space room with all the canning and dehydration food. Exactly. I bought a dehydrator too, not just bought it. I probably bought it about 6 months ago. And I've done nothing with it. I'm so sad. She's like, take your trees. Heck yeah, I'm taking my trees. What they think I'm supposed to do with the trees? I ain't leaving them here. But I took them because I couldn't beat that deal. 2 apple trees for $50? Man, come on. Man, look. It's a fool every day, born every day, but I'm not one of them. I'm not leaving nothing. I'm not leaving them at Home Depot. And if I see some more, I'm taking them with me. If I have to move into an apartment because I can't find what I'm looking for, if I have to move into an apartment, guess what? They gonna be on the patio. They gonna be somewhere. I'm taking them with me. Right, exactly. Stack up on them like Chris is talking about, man, because knowledge is power. They say you could tell a lot about a man or a woman based on the books that they have in their library. As a general, where you go. Exactly, Victoria. Yeah, one of these I had downloaded one that was free. You could download it to your phone, and it's in one of my older phones. But you know, we switch phones and different stuff. I got so much stuff downloaded into other phones. I don't even know where it is. Yeah, green thumb is important. Hold on one second. I'll be back, y'all. Let me grab something real quick. Seeds. I got so many seeds stuffed in here. Seeds after seeds after seeds. And we got wheatgrass seeds. Seeds. These are just seeds. Got butterhead lettuce, butter crunch lettuce. I got cucumbers. I got seeds up the yin yang. See, these are all the ones that I've been growing from. Right? That I use them and I put them back in there. Seeds. Oh man, these are seeds. These are sunflower seeds, dandelion seeds. Now hold on. Does anybody know what these are? What these are right here? These are peas. String beans. Those are string beans. Seeds. We talking about seeds after seeds after seeds after seeds. After seeds, after seeds, after seeds, after seeds. Look at that. That's alfalfa. That's some of that good right there, that alfalfa. Good playing, y'all. Microgreens, alfalfa seeds. I got tons and tons and tons of seeds. And I got more boxes and boxes of seeds in the back. I'm in the seeds. You know, push come to shove, I got seeds. I don't care about nothing else. Seeds are what I'm gonna need. I don't know what anybody else gonna need, but I want them seeds. Every time I go to the store, I'm buying some seeds. I don't care what the rest of the world is going through. I'm buying me some seeds. I'll check out that survival app. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's that money. The seeds is the money when you ain't got no money. That's that good money. Yeah, that app is good. Ask Ive hit that's a banger. Ask Ive came with a banger with that one. Right. What's the name of it again, Ask Ive? I can go back through and look in the Common Good Resources. Covers all sorts of stuff. Exactly. Wheatgrass. Look at that. Wheatgrass. I love these seeds, man. I love just looking at them sometimes, y'all. I don't know. I think this is a sickness. Survival manual. Okay. I'm gonna write that down. Yeah, y'all. I was talking to the coin shop guys. Survival manual, and I was telling them, man, being a master's level therapist, and I was telling them, man, collecting silver, man, that's an addiction. But it's the only addiction you can spend your money and still keep your money. It's like seeds. You can spend your money, buy the seeds, plant the seeds, and grow it back, and then they plant more seeds to grow back more. It's a never-ending cycle. Yeah, all mine are GM. Well, they say they GMO. You can't really tell if none of them are non-GMO. But they say they're not. But I actually don't. I don't know. They can put anything on a label. You know what I mean? So yeah, it just kind of is what it is. If they GMO or not. I mean, the only thing I could do is just throw a Hail Mary and just pray for the best. Yeah, you could buy the beans and just throw them in the dirt. Soak them and throw them in the dirt. Like, it's that simple, man. You can soak beans in water and then just throw them in the dirt. They'll start a little tap root to come out, man, and you just put them in some dirt, and the next thing you know, man, you got what you need, man. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Right. Not all addictions are bad. So this is what I want to say. He asked me what's the best thing on the table. Now watch this. You go into somewhere and you say, man, I want some food, but all I got is this. Oh, well, I don't need that. Okay, well, how about this? A timer if you're growing something. You can use this and put this on your lights if you're growing something. Nah, I don't need that. But what if you want to check your pH? And, stuff like that. You want to trade that for some food? Nah, I don't need that. So all these things on the table are tradable, but he might not need that. He'll have to trade that for something else. But then you go in here with this, and then he's like, yeah, I can use this. I can use this to melt this down. I can use this for people's teeth. I can use this for what's them boards called? Them motherboards. You can melt silver down for anything, right? So the silver is actually gonna be more valuable in the long run than the other stuff, right? Because everybody's going to be able to use this, and they might not be able to use this or this or this or that or this and that, but they will be able to take that silver and use that silver and then plant them in their love seeds. Exactly. That's right. 2 of everything, because one might break. One is none. That's what we say in the prepper world. One is none. Yeah, man, what's your favorite tool on the table? Yeah, I'm going to have to say silver, man. Because silver's going to buy everything. The Blue Eddy and the silver's going to be able to get it all. I'm going to go to somebody with some seeds, and they might be like, yeah, I don't want no string bean seeds. I don't even like string beans. But yeah, you can trade it for something else. Yeah, but I don't want to trade it for nothing else. Like, I don't want the beans. Well, what about this ham radio? I got a radio. Yeah, well, we always going to need more money, right? More money. Money kind of rules everything. But seeds and money, I would think is the lick. And also for those of you who can't own weapons, and there's an automatic, what's the name of it? It costs $500. It's an automatic crossbow that shoots 6 arrows, and you just cock it real easy. It's not hard. They got that out there, repeater crossbows. Just YouTube or Google repeater crossbows. Then they also got those pepper ball guns. Those are really, 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 really nice. That's the way it is. Those are really nice. Yeah, that's my main thing is the silver. Quick little 180 in the box and 20 up here. Quick little 100 ounces right there. Right now, that's about 3,200 right there on the table, and I got tons of that. You know what I'm saying? I got tons of that. That's what it's about for me. So when I run out this other stuff, I'm gonna be able to take that and go get anything that I need. I'm gonna be able to buy food. I'm gonna be able to buy first aid kits. I'm gonna be able to do everything. But it's like the person come through with the money, and they're kind of able to have that clout to get what it is that they need. I don't care nothing about no clout. I had that in the streets. I had that, on the prison yard. And now the only clout I want is just knowledge to be able to help my people and help people who are struggling in this world. I give gifts. I give money away. You know what I mean? Money is just a tool. That's the most important thing to me is money as a tool. That's the most important tool that I have. Not the most important thing to me. The most important tool that I have is money, because to me, money is a tool. Money is to be traded, used to uplift, used to help people. I'm not doing it from a, look at me type of thing, because obviously if you see on the table, I'm not struggling for money. Something new come out, I can buy it. Like, it's not, I seen the Blue Eddy and over here and hurried up and went and spent $18.50 on that. Because I liked it. You know what I'm saying? And so with me, hold on, my battery is acting funny here. Let me down to 17%. All right. Let me see where my battery. Okay, it looked like we charging. Okay. The money. Back to the money. The money is the most important tool on the table, because everywhere you go, everybody needs it. I mean, don't you get up and go to work every day for it? So you can buy all the things you need. Well, what if you went to work and they only just gave you seeds, right? What would you do? What would you do with just seeds if you had a garden full of seeds? Like, a garden, a yard full of things that you growing. What seeds would do? How is that going to help you get electricity, right? So you went to work and they fed you with toilet paper and seeds. Well, I don't need toilet paper and seeds. I got toilet paper and seeds from the last paycheck you paid me, right? But you need money so you can go buy the various items that you actually need, right? You can't buy everything with these things. There's too much trading to do. If you only get this, then you got to trade for that. And then they don't want that, but you was really trying to get that, but they only had this, but you knew this guy wanted this. That's too much. You lost me at that point. You lost me. Yeah, and they do, but those pepper ball guns are nice, Chris. Check them out. They got the HD burner. They got one, but then they also, hold on now, they also got the BB guns. Now this is a banger. No, you don't need a license. Well, in Washington State, you don't need a license. You just got to look up the penal codes or the wax. Or whatever it is, wherever you are, just Google it, YouTube it, go to the state, YouTube it, Google it, and look at the state's website. They have the 50 caliber and 357 caliber air rifles. 357 caliber air rifles. They're killing hogs, and bears. They knocking down bears with 357 caliber BB guns, pellet guns. The grain is humongous. 357. I mean, we're talking about 357. Imagine something like this coming at you, hard and heavy. 357. That's a nice chunk of lead coming at you. They got the little 22s. See, you come to Silver Stacks Prepper, get the inside info. Yeah, I mean, but then also, hold on one second. And not just the the BB guns. You also got them AR-15 rail crossbows, right? That center point 370 crossbow. It's made on a AR-15 rail with the sniper scope. I mean, you talking about putting in some work. Yeah, those joints, those is knocking out bears too. And then if you need to mask up and shoot up, you definitely can do that too. Yeah, so there's quite a few ways that you can keep your area protected without without killing somebody. You don't have to kill somebody. Exactly about the crossbow, Mr. Patriot. That crossbow, it's just called a Sniper Elite, center point Sniper Elite. 370 feet per second. You're gonna cross a football field and they deadly accurate at a football field. You're gonna hit whatever it is at the other end of the football field. My son, 18, and if he got to hit the center of the chest at 80 yards, he gonna hit the stomach, the heart, he gonna hit that torso area. If I tell him hit the Adam's apple, he gonna hit within an inch or two around it or something, right? We got those big bales, those hay bales that they use. Yeah, the ghillie suit ain't no joke. The ghillie suit. They also got the hold on one second. They also got the hooded poncho, right? You put this on. It got the sleeves. You can put this on as a hood. It's a poncho. Yeah, you can go get off in the woods and go sit down with that. It got a little tent, blanket. It got everything come with it. You literally can put the poncho on and wrap up in your little blanket that look just like it, your tent that look just like it, whole little setup, and you can go sit in the woods and just roll up somewhere next to a tree and nobody even know that you're there. And with your crossbow, that match too. I mean, you gotta be ready. Gotta be ready. Yeah, the crossbow's nice. It can take out a deer. If you watch YouTube videos on the Centerpoint 370 Sniper Elite crossbow, man, they taking out bears. They knocking bears down. Them big warthogs, them big hogs, 600-pound hogs, knocking them down. It's knocking them down. So, yeah, some of these things we just got to be ready. We got to be prepared. As far as the non-lethal weapons, though, that pepper ball gun, I really like that one. They got a yellow one. I forgot the name of it, what it's called, but it's a nice one. It's a nice one. It is a nice one. Now, if anybody knows anything about this, to Ask Ive. That's who I should be talking to. Ask Ive Solar. You still there, my friend? If you're there, let me see you in the chat. Let me talk to you for a second about this tech stuff. And I can't see y'all. I'm using the Streamlabs I don't have 1,000 subscribers, so I'm not able to use the YouTube to like see who's in here. I don't know how this really works. Let me see, is Ask Ivan here somewhere? I don't know. Yeah, so my question would be to anybody out there that does the lives. How does so I noticed last night when I did the live, folks, okay, yeah, a few folks, we were talking in here, we would comment, there was lots of comments, kind of like it is tonight. And then on YouTube, it shows no comments at all. So I guess it's different from Streamlabs and YouTube. They're supposed to be connected. And I thought that the comments would actually be visible, so people could comment on it or different things like that after the live was over. But when I look on YouTube, yeah, that's what I thought after the live had ended. But then I went back, I went and looked at the live that I did last night, and there's no comments at all. There's no comments there at all. Matter of fact, let me look at my computer real quick and kind of see what's going on. Yeah, comments are 0. It says I had 26 viewers, live viewers was 7, and oh no, that's this one right now. Yeah, it's still showing no comments, and then only okay. So wait a minute, here we go. Right. Okay. So I guess it just takes time to load the video comments. Okay. There we go. There we go. Okay. Well, look at you, Miss Victoria. I might need you to school me, Miss Victoria. Do you charge? You know what I'm saying? Everything costs money, Miss Victoria. Do you charge? Because I don't know what the heck is going on around this camp. But hey, like I say, man, I just really appreciate everybody rocking with me. I just like to get on and ramble and just talk about emergency preparedness, talk about building solar panels. Ask Ive, really be hit the like button. Yeah, hit the like button, please, everybody. I just want like-minded folks in here. I thought when I started this channel off, I'm prepper-minded, so silver just became a part of that. Like when I had my silver shop, I started on OfferUp. I was sitting in Starbucks, meeting people in Starbucks. I was doing my master's degree. I'd be doing my homework at Starbucks or a coffee shop, Metronome Coffee in Tacoma, Washington. And I was doing my homework there, but I was piddling silver, selling it, stacking it, kind of doing both. And I had so much, I just opened a shop with a friend of mine. We went half, opened up a shop. My side was SHG coins and prepper surplus. Because the same people that stacked silver were the same people that also wanted a portable solar panel. Was the same people that, right. That's what family's for. Victoria just showed up and she's already a boss. Right, exactly. Queen Victoria, we appreciate you, Queen. We thank you very much for your service here in our YouTube community. But yeah, the same people that stacked silver was the same people that was in the ham radios. We sold kayaks, we sold nets, we sold tents. We sold everything there, everything prepper related. And that's kind of how I got to it. So when I started this channel, I thought this channel would just be stacking silver. But it was Silver Stacks Prepper because that's what I am, right? And so now look, I'm doing more of a prepper show than a silver show. I do silver videos, but then I do prepper shows. So, I think this will be my little background. I'll probably change a few things here and there. And I'm still just trying to figure this out, y'all. My thing is I just want to help the community 1 ounce at a time, one ham radio at a time, one survival bracelet at a time. My son and I, we did aquaponics for a while we had a small company connected to our Smith Holdings group, which was SHG stood for Smith Holdings Group. We also had Aegea Aquaponics in it, which Aegea stood for a grocery store in every home. A grocery store in every home where you could grow fish, you could grow your vegetables, in a complete water system with rocks, and not really have to worry about any disease or bugs or anything like that in it. Yeah, Queen Victoria. Nice ring to it, right? And you guys know, those that follow me on the silver stack side, you guys know that I'm a notorious for loving the queen on the coin, because the queen owns more than anybody else. So stack the silvers with the queens on it, y'all. That's money anywhere you go. But yeah, and who would have known that I would end up having some sort of like little prepper podcast or something? And I'm not the smartest guy. There's preppers out there that know so much more than me, you guys. So much more than me. But I'm just, I know I'm charismatic. I know that I'm funny sometimes. I'm intelligent. I got a lot to bring to the table. I'm strategic. I'm a good thinker. I'm educated. I'm from the streets. I'm smart. I'm good with money. I'm good with maneuvering and solutions and finding solutions to problems. I just want to be a blessing to the community and be a blessing to the people that are rocking with us. Did anybody have any questions or any topics that I might not be able to talk about or to touch on? Like, I probably don't have the answer, but is there anything that's ringing in anybody's head that they kind of wanted to get out? Right. Let's just open the conversation. That's it, pretty much. Yeah, that's what it's about. Always a banger, Dundini. A banger. This one's a banger. Now, this can't be a banger with 7 people in it. But the knowledge is a banger. The knowledge is a banger, right? Knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. Yeah. What time is it where you guys at? Let me see. What is it here? It's 7:41 where I'm at. It will grow. It will grow. And I appreciate everybody for stopping by. Don't mistake the small. That's right. Small beginnings lead to large endings. Is that how that works? Patriot said, "Hey, we just caught on quicker than others. It's 7:41 here as well." Yeah. You in the Bay. That's right. You in the Bay Area. Where's everybody at? Shout out your city. Shout out your state. Where you at? Where y'all at? Chico, not Chino. You sure you ain't in the pen? No, I'm just Chico. Okay. We got some California in the house. I know Patriots in the Bay Area somewhere. I think he's in Oakland, the Oaktown, where it goes down. Nebraska, deplorable. Rick, end fed. I like that end fed piece. Rick, man, what time is it there, man? Is it like 2 hours, 3 hours different? It's 7:43 here. It's kind of late for you, ain't it? Look, I got y'all out all up late. We the late people, huh? No Chino. Right? I said I'm moving to a homestead in Indiana, November. Man, I'm just donating the minutes. Watch time. Oh, okay. There we go. You disappeared a minute ago. I was looking for you, man. Then dipped out and dipped back in. I'm just ask I help. Help me, Ask Ive. Ask Ive then took off down the street, man. He around the corner at the grocery store, got the phone all open, or the laptop looking at the live, letting letting the watch time add up. He at Safeway grocery shopping. He come back home and chime in like he been here all this time. Ask God. Yeah, man, you got them beautiful kids over there, man. Blessings to you, my brother. That's why I always donate to your channel, man. Um, yeah, man, I always donate to your channel, man. I see them kids in the background, man. You got a family. It's just me and my boy, man, and I make a few dollars, man. So it's when I got it, man, it ain't nothing to throw it your way. Like I say, money's a tool, bro. It's not something that I try to use to brag about or doing any other type of thing. It's a tool, man. And if I can help you, um, build up your solar system, or I spend $5, $10 with you on your lives, and I'm not asking for none of that here, y'all. Please believe it. But if I can donate 10 to you, or 15, or 5, or whatever, shoot, hopefully it'll help you get towards another panel. People still drink 40s? Man, I don't know, bro. I mean, you might have to go back to the 80s for that one. Patriot got 12 kids, 6 boys and 6 girls. Man, you like the Partridge Family. What the hell? How many people had to... Now, that's a hell of a retirement plan you got right there, man. They're going to be able to take care of you for real. You like the Partridge Family, man. I know you got a whole RV bus when you guys go to the grocery store. He got 12. Ask Ive, I only got 1. Ask Ive, I think you got about 3 or 4, don't you, running around there? Okay. 2 boys, 2 girls. There y'all go. Man, congratulations on everybody's kids. That's our next generation, and that's what this is for. This is why I'm doing this, man. Because I got an 18-year-old son, man, and I'm teaching him business at home. He don't need to go to work. I make enough for both of us. I don't want you to go to work. Let me pay you. You know what I'm saying? Built this solar system, though. Put this together. Built this aquaponic system. Do different things like that. Hopefully when we move, I get another garage and I teach them how to paint cars, because I used to have a body shop too, from the ground up, auto body paints and restorations out here in the town. I used to paint cars, put flakes on it. A friend of mine did the hydraulics. I mean, I knew the concepts. I didn't really do them per se, but we put the cars together that had them and put them together, and he did all the hydraulic work. I did body work and paint and mechanics, and we took cars off the frames and all that type of stuff. So I just want to teach more of that to my son, man, and let him experience some of that goodness there, man. I want to show you guys my favorite car. He says, why you think I'm always online trying to get some peace? I know that's right. He said, man, I'm trying to get some peace, man. These kids is driving me nuts, man. Let me see. Okay. Let me go to my page here. Let me find my photos. Yeah, I want to show you guys one of the first cars my son had. Now, this is the dashboard. I'm sorry, y'all, I'm jumping off topics. This is the dashboard of a 1960 Impala we were putting together. I had painted a while back. We took the window out, painted the dash gold with a orange pearl, because if you put the gold pearl in it, it turns lemony yellow. So we had that in there, and then that was it. We was putting it together here. That was my son when he was little, learning to sand down and paint. He was painting the car. We put a custom front end on a El Camino. Let me go to that. It started off that color. It was brown. Hold on. That was us painting another one. So yeah, I do, and that's what it was looking like at the end. We painted it, sanded it down, painted it, that type of stuff. That was the front of it. Sorry, y'all. I don't want y'all to see all the little family pictures, but just wanted to show you a couple of little paints and different stuff that we did as young men in this world. Let me see here. one of the lowriders. We put the batteries and all that stuff in, and that's why I understand batteries. We ran all those batteries in there. And one more couple things I want to show. You got one of these paints with all the flakes in it that we did. Let me find it. Okay, so this car started off like this, right? El Camino, just something to do. No, I didn't say you was getting 40s at the Safeway. So we started off with the brown one, and it ended up like that. Ask I, man, you're a blessing to have, man. I just was messing with you. You know I'm a funny guy, man. I didn't mean no harm. Don't mean no, don't mean nothing insulting to you, my brother. And I don't even know if I said 40s at the Safeway. I don't think I would have insinuated that. Maybe I said something different or something. But yeah, my brother, I appreciate you stopping by, y'all. Showing my age, you should do the Colt 45s. Yeah, that's the bull, ain't it? But yeah, y'all, and I ain't gonna keep y'all. I know y'all probably need to go. I just wanted to sit down and chop it up and talk with y'all. Talk about some prepper stuff and some solars, and Ask Ive is the guy about those solars. So if you gotta ask Ive, please ask him. Check out his live sometimes, man. He's an awesome dude. He'll answer those questions for you. But I want everybody to have a good night as we get ready to start our work week for in the morning. Those that are retired, man, you continue to just be blessed. Enjoy your children. Enjoy life. Read something positive. Put something positive in your spirit. It's a great deposit to have something in your spirit. Yeah, it's still light here for me too, man. It's 7:51. And it's light, man. The sun's not even down. Solar panels are still bringing in a little power. But yeah, I just thank everybody, man, and for stopping by. I really appreciate you. You guys, like I say, deposit something positive in your soul. And and we'll get together another time. Maybe I'll do something on Wednesday or something like that. I think I like this live thing. I like it. It's a little awkward at first. When nobody's here and you just kind of, you got a lot of air, you're trying to kill time till people click the button and get in. But, and this, I think the most I've had is 7. So I really appreciate you guys, you 7 rocking with me from the beginning. I don't know how long you'll last, but happy trails, happy blessings to everybody. Do something today that makes tomorrow better. That's right, Mr. Rick. I really appreciate you. And I agree with that end fed. You guys have a wonderful night, man. Chris is SoCal. I'm tuning into your videos. I see you was in New York, Boston. Chris, you be all over the place. You like Dora the Explorer. Identified as a male, though. And I'm sorry, it was an inside joke they had up here earlier in the chat. But, Chris, yeah, you be all over the place, man. I think it's for a job or something, and that type of thing. So, yeah, I really appreciate you guys, and I'll be watching your channels. And if you guys all have channels, please send me a link, and I'll definitely subscribe and support your channel as well. And I thank you guys for stopping in. Have a great night. Peace and blessings to you.